Vamos a despedir a Netanyahu, que se vaya ahorita y no vuelva. Vamos a dejar de darle armas, es asesino y no vale a carajo. Lo vamos a correr de la República, que se queje, que proteste y que llore. Le vamos a dejar que es pendejo. Bibi no es Bibi, si es, ¡ay Dios mío! No vamos a despedir a Netanyahu. Se vaya ahorita y no vuelva. Vamos a dejar de darle armas, es asesino y no vale un carajo. Le vamos a correr de la República, que se queje, que proteste y que llore. Le vamos a decir que es pendejo. Bibi no es bebé, si es, ay Dios mío. Bibi no es bebé, si es, ay Dios mío. Not yet departed. Rebar pokes out of the dirt, the sleeve of a windbreaker streaked with mud. Earth is piled on one end beside a portion of metal gate, arched on top like a headstone, or is it a trellis where vines once climbed? Hospital ward staircases, lobbies, and elevators surrounding the grave exist in the past tense. He didn't realize how detailed, how thorough you must be. Killing people is never enough, and even that is complicated. All must be vanished, to say it never was. These things he thought, lying 6 inches beneath the surface of the dust and rubble, no longer here, but not yet ready to leave, not yet departed. Survivor's guilt, 6,000 miles away. What am I seeing? Are other people seeing this? Did we really need to learn again how this can happen? A child in Gaza speaks of his friends. There's one I can't find. There's one with one leg, one with no mother. One underground, one under rubble. One with one eye, one with no hands. There's one I can't find. There's one who can't hear, one who can't laugh. One in the north without any food. One in the south without any roof. There's one I can't find. One who played soccer, one who played chess, one who liked cats, one who liked birds, one who liked math, one who liked verses. There's one I can't find. One in my dreams, when I have dreams, when I can sleep, which is not very often. She tells me something I cannot quite hear. There's one I can't find. There's one by a wall, one by a roadside, one by the shore, searching the tide, one in the moonlight, one in the sunlight. There's one I can't find, one I remember, one I can't. One day we sang songs in the bright afternoon. There was the scent of fresh bread. That's what I remember. There's one I can't find. This is called Shoot. Shoot the starving as they run for flour. Shoot the doctors as they treat the patients. Shoot the teacher sleeping in the school. Shoot the mother saying evening prayers. Shoot the child hiding in the tree. Shoot the driver picking up the wounded. Shoot the wounded waiting in the car. Shoot the poet writing one more line. Shoot the singer singing one more verse. Shoot the dancer doing one more step. Shoot the dog looking around the yard. Shoot the cat, shoot the sheep, shoot the donkey pulling the death cart. Shoot the reporter taking one more note. Shoot the undertaker writing one more writ. Shoot the caretaker digging one more grave. $142 square miles. Bomb the almond trees, bomb the apricot orchard, bomb the antique store, bomb the archway, centuries old. Bomb the bakeries, the banks, the beaches, the bookstores. Bomb the coffee shop, the care home, the cats under the awning. Bomb the calendar on the wall. Bomb the dentist office, the dessert shop, the dogs on the rooftops, the domino players. They bomb the eccentrics, the elders, the engineers, the extroverts. They bomb the farms growing eggplant and garlic, the fig trees, the flock of sheep, the funeral procession. They bomb the gardens, the graveyards, the goats grazing, the grocery stores. They bomb the hidden, the homeless, the hopeless, the hungry. They bomb the jetty shimmering blue, the journalists dodging drones, the junkyard, the jump rope game. They bomb the kebab stand, the kindergarten, the kiosk selling jewelry. They bomb the kite shop. They bomb the lavender patch, the lost child, the last call to prayer. They bomb the long road. They bomb the marble staircase, the men wandering alone, the mice in the eaves. They bomb the mistaken step. They bomb the nest of swallows, the nearest dreamer, the next person exiting the house, the nurse on the night shift. They bomb the osprey, the ocean at dusk, the occasional lovers. They bomb the olive trees swaying. They bomb the people dreaming, the people who can't dream. They bomb the pots of mint and thyme. They bomb the poets unheard. They bomb the questions typed into phones, the questions formed at dawn, the questions conceived in the drone buzzing night. They bomb the questions not yet answered. They bomb the rabbits running, the root sellers, the roosters who've stopped crowing, the rugs tinted scarlet in the sunset. They bomb the safe havens, the starving dreaming of bread, the starving running for bread, the starving too tired to run. They bomb the teachers of Arabic, Hebrew, and English, the towers ornate with tiles and script, the twisting path in the missile whistling night, the tents crowded into the square. They bomb the underpaid, the uncomprehending, the unseen, the unknown futures. They bomb the Victorian poetry shops of the English tutor, poetry books. They bomb the violin shop, the vintage records of the songwriter, the vineyards blurry in the smoke-drenched haze. They bomb the water filtration systems, the western light in the alleys, the wishes not spoken, the wonders not yet beheld. They bomb the X-typing activist, the X-reading non-sleeper, the X-ray machine in the shaking hospital, the xylophone in the music school. They bomb the yellow marigolds in the vase, the yarn gathered in the baskets, the yard with the donkey at rest, the youth looking out at moonlight. They bomb the zigzag path of the bee, the zodiac pondered by flashlight in the rumbling dark, the zone reserved for the removed. They bomb the zoo where the animals starve. The individual infinite, the loss of one soul, a 27-year-old suicide from Cairo, her novel unpublished, a migrating butterfly dying of thirst, contains all the meaning in the world, the scale of sadness over the death of one, the individual infinite, in peace and in war. This is called On the Ground Communis. A bird perched on rebar, scattered stuffing from a mattress, wooden slats from a bed frame, a graduation photograph, a white burst in the corner. The difference between absence and chaos, impossible to discern. The sky briefly peaceful is cut by 3 jets racing overhead. They sound like rusty chains yanked through gravel. Brown dust and white plaster. A smartphone with a shattered screen and plastic pink casing. Pick up the photo and turn it over. Names are written and a date. April 15th, tax day. Taxes for bombs, bombs for bodies, bodies for graves, graves for memories, people for places, places for living, living for singing, singing for longing, longing for time to stop or even reverse, bombs in their casings sent back to the foundries, metals to mountains, mountains to gaze at, in quiet, just birdsong. Poems, bombs, silence. The first one written in this series from November 7th, 2023. And when the Vietnam War began, San Francisco street poet Bob Kaufman took a vow of silence to protest. One guy, no money, no way to speak to stone men distant deciding. For 10 years, Bob ordering coffee with no words, saying, I love you, with his eyes. The hills of the city grow steeper at twilight. Golden Gate Park leads down to the sea, the Pacific stretching to green Vietnam covered in smoke. What will Bob do as night falls on Gaza now in November? The madness of the last century persisting. Would he approach stoplight cars and speak a poem? Poems put Bob into prison, where he wrote more poems. Or would Bob fall silent in the mist rising off the bay? Alleys, corners, silences, storms, bombs like great hailstones made from lead and fire rain onto rooftops in Gaza. Night's not for sleeping, night is for weeping. Would Bob speak? Or would he scream? Or fall silent for 10 years, 100 years, 10,000 years? December 8th, 2023. The revolution won't be televised, but the genocide will. And the Ecuador rep announcing the vote asks, en contra? Against, says the translator. A glassy half grin on the U.S. rep's face. He can't believe he's on the UN floor. The lives of thousands poised in the air, mothers and fathers, children confused by the rumbles and land shocks, and raises his arm on the grimmest of missions for the declining old man. En contra. Let the buildings fall, the walls all burn down, and the mosques collapse. Mosaic tiles streaked with dust. Blisters and buckles licked by flames. Let the libraries explode, he thinks. The lines of poets, Rafat al-Khair Mahmoud, Darvish Mayabu al-Ayat, shot into the Gaza night like birds rising from the ground and flying moonward. Pages, shadows, verses, to read, to weep, to wail. This is called Gaza. When people are real, they can be killed. If they are not real, they are not people and they cannot be killed. But if they are killed, their arteries sliced by a white-hot metal shard flying, their femur crushed by something whistling oddly too swiftly through the air, then they are people. Pleasant or unpleasant, curious or dull, friendly or grouchy. Not notions sketched by words, not high-quantity non-events. They are people. And if they stumble hurrying down the road away from their home and misunderstand a loudspeaker command and stop 8 seconds too late and take a baton to the brain and stop moving, and if they leave bread in the oven because of a dread feeling in the 7th house where they have slept in 7 days, and trundle down the road pushing a stroller with velvet pillows piled and a toddler on top holding a jewelry box, and they become hungry and very thirsty, and they learn that their next destination is also receiving missiles, then they are people. Real people. Bad cop. Bad cop. JB signs a bill sending more 2-ton bombs to found kingdoms of dust and pain. Republican pastor and representative says it should be like Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Get it over with quick. Those zeroed in on are the object of our technologies. They aren't really real to them. They're ideas that dissolve in a moment, as when the mind turns from thoughts of a meeting to thoughts of lunch. JB and Representative Tim from Michigan share a giggle as they piss side by side in a DC John, two dull souls, distracted and vain, tipsy. They think, we fucked up the routine a bit, didn't we? One of us gotta play the good one to make it work.